Hey there, friends. How's it going? Richard here. Let me ask you, I'm speaking directly right now to the business owners out there who checking this out, trying to figure out a way. Hey, is there a way that I can speed up my content publication, get social media and whatnot? I'm always looking for ways for myself and my own businesses to either save time on the things that I have to do or find workflows and ways to make optimize and make more efficient the workflows that I do have in place. So today, I want to introduce you to a tool that will really help speed up your social media content creation and social media presence. I'll be frank, in my businesses, social media has never really been at the top. I generally acknowledge how powerful it is for brand building, getting people to be aware of not only your business but the content you other kinds of content you create around the business, offers or whatnot. But it's hard. It's so time consuming to create even simple image posts. It's so hard to create, and it's so fleeting, right? When someone goes on their phone, if the way I use social media, it's just very simply you scroll real quick. So you can spend a ton of time and energy on a post and or a video, whatever it is, and all right, somebody's going to look at it for 2 seconds, right? So of all the things that I could do to market my businesses, social media has kind of gone to the bottom of that. I've shared in other videos that for me right now, the number one thing and priority that I'm doing in my businesses is SEO. If I'm going to contribute an hour to marketing my business, it's going to be doing blog content. But notwithstanding, I think social media has a place in your marketing and marketing any business. And if you could do it, I'll admit that I haven't really been very good about social media. Again, it's not hard, it's just tedious to create all these posts. Now there are tons of tools that can help make it more efficient or optimize the workflow. I just haven't found that for myself until now. So again, if you're a service-based business, like a law firm, whatever the case is, acupuncturist, an art accountant, whatever, it could be a local business, a restaurant, and you're looking for ways or a tool that can help really just take content creation, particularly social media posts, off of your plate, I want to introduce you to mymarky.ai. Marky is a tool that I came across on AppSumo, and very cool. It just creates posts for you. It creates the post in its entirety, and then you can schedule it so that you connect your social media accounts, and then it gets published. And that's it. I'm glad I found this tool. I'm glad I have an account with it, and I'm going to walk you through and why I think that you should. Again, if you've got any kind of business, a local business, a service-based business, maybe you've got a coaching business, whatever the case is, and you really want to leverage social media to grow, build an audience and start getting people to having eyeballs directed at your website, Marky's really going to help you out. All right, so this is the website, mymarky.ai. Pricing, I haven't looked at pricing, but all right, so we've got a free trial just to test it out. $19 a month if you bill annually, so $20 a month, so $240 for the year. On the personal plan, one business, it posts one time a day, 4 connected socials, 200 generated posts a month. So essentially, you could generate 200 posts, but it will only do one a day for under this plan. Under the professional plan, $38 a month, again, billed annually. 2 businesses, you can add on more businesses, unlimited posts generated, unlimited socials, blah, 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 pretty cool. And it only grows from there. So that's pricing. If you're checking this video out now, you may want to check out AppSumo, see if they're either on there or if they come back. But that's where I got it from. So I hopped in on a lifetime deal. So I'm going to log in. Okay, so once we're logged into Marky, this is the back end. And right now I'm in a business. What happened, this is kind of like the agency setup, the tier that I ended up joining in on. But I'll walk you through what this looks like, right? So if we have these are 2 businesses that I have connected to the app right now. And before I walk you through what it eventually does, I want to show you just the tool in action and why I think it's actually pretty good. So I'm going to go to my law office because I think the information I put for my law office is slightly more detailed than otherwise. But let's just hop into it. Basically, what happens is that when you sign up a business or create a business, actually, let's just do that. Let's just add a business. So here's when you log in, you're gonna whatever plan you end up getting, Marky's gonna ask you for information about your business. You have 2 options here. One, you can click this button and then just put in the link to your website, and then it's going to scan your website and try to determine like all this information. It's not a lot, but it is a little tedious, right? So again, describe in detail what you're promoting, update your upload your logo, upload a headshot, whatever. It'll try to do it from directly importing from your website, whatever it can. Quite honestly, I think that you should do this manually. Not to saying that the AI or like leaving the tool to do it on its own is bad, but what happened is that when I initially signed up or started my account, I did autofill for my website just to speed it up, and then once I understood how the tool operated, I realized I had to go back and like make all these prompts clear. And you're going to see there are much more prompts here. So let's just say I don't know, I'm let's say I'm a real estate agent, right? Real estate agent in Queens, New York, that helps primarily first-time home buyers find and buy the home of their dreams in the New York City area. Cool. Upload a logo, upload a headshot. I don't think you have to do that right now. Let's just select some colors. Let's go with red, background color, sure. Red, white, and black. Caption, hashtag. So if there are a set of hashtags that you commonly use in posting or whatnot, you can use here. You may want to use another tool to try to figure out what good hashtags are, but I'm just going to go just to do it here. Hashtag real estate, hashtag home buyer, hashtag, I don't know, New York City. All right, whatever. So you see, just they're asking for details about the business. Then we're going to save and continue. Give it a second or two, and it's going to try to identify like topics that would resonate with your potential end users, right? With your clients and customers. So what happens here, and this is again what I'm saying, I had to come back after I did the autofill and then went through this and started playing around with the tool. I actually came back here to make this a little more specific. So it's going to ask you about, generally speaking, the business industry, the niche, like who are you serving, right? Tone of your website, the tone of the post that you want to have. Is it very professional? Is it like funny? Is it creative? Whatever. You can like be very specific about these items, and that's going to help craft and hone in, like tighten up the kinds of posts it's going to create. If you want to include some core values, again, they're going to use this language in some of the posts. Who specifically are you speaking to, right? And this, again, why the specificity matters is because these things are going to start appearing inside of the post that Marky creates. Pain points. What are the three, however many challenges you can add to this, 4, 5, 6, 7, but what are the toughest, or what are the challenges that many, like in this case, first-time home buyers face? Not knowing who needs to be on their team, not knowing what exactly closing costs are, figuring out, commissions, whatever. Like, be specific inside of all this. So I would say, again, if you're looking at MyMarky, you sign up for an account, I would look at these things and do the diligence to really fill this out. I'm just going through this quickly for video purposes, but I would encourage you to get the most out of this tool, to take some time with these questions to really think about how you can be as specific as possible. Okay. And then objectives for you, right? Or it could be for your audience. So finding, purchasing dream home, understanding the home buying process, and securing a home that aligns with their goals and needs. Cool. Calls to action. You can add calls to action. So at the end of the post, it's going to say, contact us, explore our listings, connect with us. I don't know, meet for coffee, and you can add calls to action. So that's going to be the language at the end of the post, so that it encourages whoever the user is, whoever's seeing the post, that language is going to be there to reach out to you. Okay, we've got our hashtags. And then self-promotion level, emoji level, this is just how much do you want these things to be or appear inside of the posts. So emoji level, I mean, if you think it's going to help out, you can do high, whatever. I mean, I just set them at mid and then see what it's like. You can always go back and modify these things anyways. Cool. And then language, again, if you're to another language, you can change all these languages here. So I'm going to leave it in English for now. Almost done. So content topics, I think, becomes is really important here for everyone, because based on the information we put in the business summary, it's going to create these topics, and these topics are going to be the general themes for different kinds of posts. Again, this tool is going to create posts for us, and it needs a number of different topics. Otherwise, basically, it's going to repeat itself with the post. So you want to come in here and just make sure these things are the things that you want your post to talk about. In other trainings that I've gone through, you want some like topics to be, or if you're going to have like a schedule where you're posting 10 times a week, let's say, you want some of the content to be educational. You want some of it to be demonstrative. You want some of it to be communicative, right? Just a quote or something like that. So go through these content topics that Marky creates. If something doesn't, you can delete it. Like for instance, negotiating the best deal. That really doesn't, maybe that doesn't matter for you right now, right? As an agent or the attorney, maybe someone else is handling that. So these posts maybe don't make sense. Legal contractual considerations, maybe. So I would go through and see what building thriving community in Queens. I don't know. Maybe that those posts don't make sense. So really think about, maybe take a minute and write down 10 different themes that you want your posts to discuss and fall under, so that Marky has a better idea of what those posts are going to generally be about. So that's again pretty important with respect to Marky. Again, you can always go back and change it, edit it, make it like finesse it a little bit, but you're going to spend, as you use the tool more and more, this you're going to tighten up. Posting schedule is how and when do you want this thing to post to your socials. So let's say you want to do Monday through, let's just take off Sunday at 10 a.m. Because of my account, I can add multiple times, whatever. And then if you want to randomize the posting, so not everything is at 10 a.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m., it can randomize the posting plus or minus half an hour. So it can be anywhere between 9:30 a.m. and then 10:30 a.m. It'll do that post. All right. Themes, I'm not really sure what themes is. This is really the design of the post. So on the back end, Marky has like, I guess, a library of templates, and these are the templates. They don't really give too much information about what they are, but you can kind of see a little bit from the, again, you can't even dive into it, but from the look of it, what do you want? I just personally think just choose, unless something you find absolutely ugly, just include, I don't know, notes look kind of weird, but let's just include all of them. Coffee, modern, bop. So who cares, right? Each time, oh, sorry about that. The time posting schedule, I gotta cut that out. All right, save and continue. All right, now that we got that, we've got basically, we put in our business information, we've got figured out content topics that Marky's gonna create posts around, and then we've got stuff about the content scheduling line. Now we come back to the back end, and as you can see, these are gonna be the posts. Right away, Marky, as soon as you get into this back end, you'll see here on the sidebar posts, these are, we'll run through those as well. These are the posts that it created. Before I head anywhere else, let's just go to team. If your account has team members, this is going to show like who else is involved. You can manage your account from down here to the main account. Socials is where you're going to connect your socials. So if you got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, for Facebook and Instagram, you have to, it only connects to, if I remember correctly, business pages. So you can't post to your personal profile. So on Instagram, you have to create a business page. Then otherwise, again, you can connect to most of the major social media channels right here. Branding, if you need to go back and change logo, colors, change a font, if you want like a different font to be used on the posts. Again, if you want to change and edit the business summary, like what you do, who you are, you can do that right there. The content topics, again, this is probably where you're going to go back and finesse it. But let's go back to our posts, see what we have here. As you can see, I didn't do anything. It just automatically created several posts. Did you know Queens is New York's largest borough by area? All right, cool. And then what happens once you have it, I can't do it now because I don't have any social accounts connected. But basically, if you like a post, you can click here, schedule. It'll be post now. So it'll just fire it right away, or post next. And it's going to create a queue for all of the posts, and you'll see it here in schedule. If you want to edit anything, just click here, the edit, and you can come in here and edit whatever design elements are on there. I still haven't figured out, however, how to add, like if I want to add more text, I'm not sure how to do that. For instance, that text box is there. If I want to add something else, I think you can only, as of right now, I could be wrong about it, but as of right now, you can only modify the elements that appear in posts generated by Marky. So I can't add anything else. Like if I want to add an image right now, I don't think I can right now. And maybe Marky is going to update that in the future, but for now, again, you can see I can hover over elements, modify certain aspects of each element, but I can't really add other components that I want to. But anyways, good enough. Real quick, so I like this post right now. If I want to add, let's say, text here, you can just hop in and and then add more text if you want to do that. Let's delete. Sorry about that. I'm going to move that to like 30. And if you want to change the caption as well, you can do that here. Come in here, put your website, whatever the case is, save and close, right? Once you're done, that's it. If you like something you want to save for later, move to drafts. If you don't like it, move to track. And then again, if you have your social accounts connected, you can do that right here. What else is there? So as you can see, it created a number of different drafts. So let's say we did like this. I'm going to put it to drafts real quick. Let's just pretend I schedule it, connect socials, schedule it. 5 steps. Okay, cool. Queens home buyers. And if you actually like that one, so I'm gonna schedule now. Navigating home. Let's say I don't like this and delete it. And that's that. Move to trash. So as you can see, it just, without doing anything, it'll take the information that you provide up front and then create these different posts. And as you use Marky, it's gonna, like, the kinds of posts it creates is gonna get better and better and better, presumably. So that's pretty cool. And so far, the team behind it has been pretty responsive. They've pushed out a couple of updates already, even since I've been using the tool, which is very encouraging that the team is pushing energy behind it. So that's pretty awesome. For the most part, that's what Marky offers. Again, for someone who doesn't like doing social media, sitting there thinking about what am I going to post about, getting images or getting video, thinking about the caption, thinking about what the text inside, this just does it for you. And again, more and more I'm finding, like, for my own businesses, publishing velocity is what matters. Get it out there, especially with social media. People, it's so fleeting that to spend a ton of energy on a social media post probably doesn't make sense. I mean, if your audience is large enough, then yes, it probably, you got to take some time with it. But at that point, you probably have a team anyways. But if you're a solopreneur or maybe a small shop or something like that, you don't have your kids or something are doing your social media, this tool is great because it just gets it out there. I can sit here if I really do, let's see, if I just schedule next, right? Or for the time being, I'm just going to say drafts. Let's pretend it's each click is I'm scheduling it. Move to drafts. I'm going to say yes. 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 I just assume for a moment that I just hit schedule next. I just scheduled 7 posts in like 10 seconds. And if I want to generate more posts, let's hit generate more posts. And this is in real time. I didn't speed anything up. 1, 2, we got 6 more posts coming. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like 8 posts they've created. So in like 30 seconds, 8 posts were created. And again, if I just want content to be out there, schedule, 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 schedule. In like 10 minutes, you can have content for a month or 2 done. Now, what I would recommend is probably going in here, just take a look at, maybe changing the language, maybe changing whatever, 1 or 2 things. But in half an hour to an hour, you can have content for like the month or the done. And you don't have to go through the like, for me, taxing exercise of, oh my God, what image am I going to use? What do I put here? The headline, what do I put here? Just publishing velocity, get it out there, get it out there. So far, I highly recommend Marky. Again, if you're a small business, a service-based business, a local business, you're a coach or something like that, an attorney, anyone who just, like, you haven't really, you know that you should, but you haven't leveraged social media, I highly encourage you to check out Marky.AI. Again, it may be on AppSumo right now, so just check and see if you can get a lifetime deal. If not, I think I have a link down in the description of this video below. It probably is an affiliate link, and if it is, I do get a small cut for everyone who signs up, so thank you in advance. It helps defray the cost and time and energy and coffee of making videos like these. If you did like it, hit the like button, subscribe, and until next time, you take care, be well, bye for now.